What's up, guys? This is Devsky. I'm coming at you with a video. It has been 2 years, I think, since my last video. This one's a bit more of a casual one, you know. I had my son 2 years ago, so that's why I've been a bit AFK for a minute. In this video, I just wanted to explore something new. My videos before were always about, software development and all of that, but lately I've been trying to learn something new, play around, and what I decided that I wanted to learn was a little bit of game dev. So over the next little while, couple of months, few months, I don't know, 6 months, who knows, maybe 3 years, I'm going to be learning a bit of game dev. So, what's my plan? One, I'm going to try and learn the programming. Two, I'm going to learn some game design. I feel like that's pretty important. And then three, I will learn how to do all the art and stuff. You know, at the moment we don't have too much of a plan, but yeah. Right now I'm going to show you my game that I got. So I came up with an idea. I kind of outlined everything inside a little document, blah blah blah. That was the wrong document that I showed, who cares. So this is my prototype of the game. So the idea I had was actually based off of this mobile game. It's a Carasoft game. These people make very good games. So they're kind of like tycoon games. There's another more popular, I don't know if it's more popular actually, this one's way older, but there's another game, I think it's just called Game Dev Tycoon. Yeah, so there's this game, I think it's more popular, it's newer, but it actually copied Game Dev Story. This is the OG, and this is way better. So I'm going to be trying to make my own version of this, but it's going to be night themed. So instead of recruiting like a team of developers to make games, you're going to be training up a team of knights. I don't know why I looked up knight. Everyone's probably seen a knight before, but if you haven't, there you go. So my inspiration for this was this movie Knight's Tale, you know, a team of underdog knights rising up to compete in tournaments, you know, they'll compete in the joust, they'll compete in the melee, not that kind of melee, it's like a Royal Rumble, where all the knights get together and hit each other with their swords, I don't know. But that was the idea. I thought you could make it pretty simple, you know, and so this was kind of me trying to condense that idea into a simple form inside a Google Sheet. So here I'm using a mix of like formulas, and then there's a little bit of app scripting as well. So if you go in here, I've got some code. Yeah, so this code kind of helps to just give some logic to everything. So there's different tables, one that stores knights and their stats, one that has the gains that knights get, and then one that you can list off all the tournaments on, so you can create tournaments on here, and I'll explain how they work later. And there's time, so time is pretty important. So this prototype runs on time, so every time you tick the time over, so if I put 2 time in here, then a bunch of logic would start to happen, trigger off of that edit. And the first thing that happens is it looks at your daily action. Hold on, I've stuffed this up. Let me go back to the beginning. We haven't even chosen a night yet. So the first thing you do, we'll do like a let's play, right? I load into the game, and the first thing I want to do is pick a night. So there's a list of nights here and all of their stats and a cost. If I go into the overview, then I can, not here, I can type in the ID of the night that I want. I picked night 3, and look at that, nothing happens because I deleted all of that. So you put in the ID there, and it will give you the night, and it should minus their cost. Did it do that? Yeah, looks like it does. It might have been a little bug before, but yeah, so it takes off 7 coins because that dude costs 7. And now I've got him as a knight, so I can equip him. You know, he's like my knight that I'm going to be training up and entering into competitions. And then now I can pick a daily action for that night, and then tick over into the next day, and you'll see his stats went up. So the knight's stat gains all get ticked over here, and then that gets added into their stats. So you can see that all of his stats went up a little bit, or the 3 that are used for the joust, and his energy went down by 20. So that's how you train your knight. Now the reason we want to train them is because they are going to enter into tournaments. So each tournament, it has a time ID that you put in, right? So this tournament is a time ID of 9, so when it gets to the 9th time on here, like when I progress through the game and then we get to the day of the tournament, what it's going to do, is it's going to calculate the knight's battles kind of thing, like his rounds in jousting based off of his stats versus a difficulty score, right? So it'll check. This formula just takes 3 of the knight's stats, the ones that are related to the jousts. I think it's like precision, horsemanship, and power, and it just checks if that's like above a certain score. If it is, then he'll win. If it's not, then he fails. It's a real basic, super basic thing. And then depending on whether you whether you win your combats or not, that will show you whether you came first, second, or third, if that makes sense. So if you lose all your matches, you'll come last and you'll get the 3rd prize. If you come second, you get that prize 2, and then if you win, you get prize 1. So you get renown and coins for winning tournaments, and that should get added here on your overview page. So let's try and go ahead to a tournament. So I've still got Orin in there. We're just going to train Joust until the day of the tournament. So if we go 3, 4, 5, 6, we've got 20 energy, 7, now we've got 0 energy, so we have to rest. And the way I have it set right now is that resting gives you 60 energy. Now, if I rested twice here, that would take me over 110. Well, it would take me to 120, but you can't go above 100, so I'd only be getting 40 energy back. So I'll rest again, but the optimal thing to do here, see, I rested twice. Oh, wait, no, sorry, you can't rest on the day of the competition. but yeah, came second in that comp. So yeah, it records who won, what they came, and that's nothing at the moment. But yeah, you get coins and renown. So that's like, to me, the real basic loop. And then after, now that I've got this prototype, the plan was to try and put this little tiny loop into a game engine. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for the next video, I guess, was to have a look at an engine. I've been playing around with SDL because I do want to learn some pretty low-level shit. SDL, Unity is a pretty obvious good one that should be pretty easy to use. I say easy to use, but it actually wouldn't be easy to use. Look at this, man. I was about to edit up a whole video, and then I realized I didn't have enough footage, so that's why I'm doing a video like this now. And yeah, anyway, that was a sidetrack. So yeah, in the next video, I will probably be trying my hand at doing a little bit of programming in SDL, seeing how far I can get with that, and if it's not SDL, it might be Unity, and if it's not Unity, it might just be a whole nother video and not even on this game. Yeah, and I hope you guys made it to the end of this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week or next month. Let me know what you want me to do. Do you want me to use Unity? Do you want me to use Unreal? Or do you want me to go and SAD? Alright, that's enough. Cheers, people. I'll catch you later.